3 insulting phrases and what to say when people say them to you if you're a woman.
All right, don't get hysterical.
I suggest you refrain from characterizing my emotional state, his emotional state, her emotional state, our emotional state. I suggest you refrain from characterizing that. You might be gathering evidence. The evidence might point to something, but you calling me hysterical or telling me not to get hysterical is a characterization of my emotions. And I suggest that you refrain from characterizing my emotions. Get used to saying that. I suggest you refrain from characterizing my emotions. Say that. I suggest you refrain from characterizing my emotions. Generally speaking, when we are making decisions at work, these are data-driven decisions in this day and age. So the language patterns that would be most effective are going to be patterns such as, well, the data clearly shows, the evidence suggests, the studies point to, when I'm talking about what I believe are the correct options or the correct solutions or, the path forward. Back in the day, when we first started learning about mental illness, of course, women were the ones with most of the mental illnesses. And of course, it came from their lady parts. So hysteria was one of the first actual mental illnesses that had a name. So one of the earlier treatments, and was used for many, many, many years, I believe until the 1800s, was to, if necessary, tie a woman to a bed, to force feed her a diet of milky foods, and do not let her touch any writing instruments or read anything, because that would aggravate her hysteria, and keep her knocked up constantly. And that will cure her of her hysteria, because that makes her lady parts get back into order. So when somebody is characterizing me or you as hysterical, hopefully by this point, you will have already established a pattern of not talking about your feelings so that you can confidently say, especially since up until this point, I have simply told you what the data is showing. And if there's any emotion being derived from that, it is not coming from me. Therefore, I must deduce it is coming from you. And maybe you're letting your emotions cloud your logic here. Maybe this is all getting a little overwhelming for you. Maybe do you need to take a break? A little too much for you, sweetheart? Think this is good so far? Check out my premium courses. There's a link below. You'll pass out. You know what I mean? Like if they keep pushing it, you might want to say that. Wait, before we move along, could you tell me what comments you have gotten recently that have been particularly aggravating? Something maybe that's new in this post-COVID world in which we all live. What are some new things that women are hearing? Now, I don't want you to get hysterical. You are so bossy. Okay. Bossy is defined as given to ordering people about or excessively authoritative. That's bossy. Telling a woman that she is bossy is saying, hey, don't act like having that type of authority would be natural for you. So again, we're going back to characterization. Really? Well, I suggest that you rethink how you characterize my behavior, especially because I understand that this might be new to you and might be different, me behaving in an assertive manner. I understand that you might prefer that I behave in a more obedient manner, a more subservient manner, but I'm just not built that way. And I believe that you will find we will be able to accomplish this task much more effectively and efficiently if we just work together rather than label one another and try to control one another, which is what labels such as bossy are attempting to do. They won't know what hit them. But that is what labels are trying to do. If you know the name of something, if you can name things, you have more power than people cannot name things or people who are named by others. That's why names are a big deal. I mean, you got to know the names of things. You think this is good so far? Check out my premium courses at danonconnortraining.com. You'll pass out. You should smile more. You're so pretty when you smile. You'd be happier. You'd like it. Everyone would like you more. I mean, you'd be much more valuable with a pretty little smile. Why? I'm not paid to smile. You'll see a pattern here. Suggest to people that they refrain from the behavior in which they are engaging and clearly label what they are doing. Now I'm going to say this without ever smiling. I suggest that you refrain from characterizing my facial expressions or telling me what those facial expressions should be, regardless of any emotion that I may or may not be feeling. I suggest that you do not say that to another woman, because what it implies is that you are in a position of power. And if you are, I'm not aware of that position. But it must be so that you think that, because Why else would you feel as though you have a right to tell somebody either how to feel or if they're not feeling in a way that suits you, to fake it because that would make you feel more comfortable? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're telling me? I suggest that you refrain from characterizing my facial expressions or telling me what you believe they should. Sometimes you gotta teach people, you know? You thought that was good? Make sure to hit the notification bell after you subscribe.
Remember, if you found value in this video, keep watching. Or another great way to support this channel is to stop by my website at danoconnortraining.com and check out some of my premium courses. However you decide to support this channel, I appreciate it because we need it, and I hope to see you on the other side.